Fursuits, one of the most iconic features of the furry fandom, and the reason why I'm on your screen now as a talking green cat. Hey everyone, I'm Soren, and today we'll be going over why furries wear fursuits. Now, I know everyone has their own individual reasons for owning a fursuit, and I obviously won't be able to cover them all today, but we'll still be going over a few common reasons in this video. Fursuits are costumes of anthropomorphic animals and are commonly custom-made in the image of your fursona. It's basically cosplay taken to a whole new degree, and not just in terms of heat. Like I hinted to before, fursuits are my absolute favorite thing about the fandom, and not just because of how cute and amazing they look, though that is a pretty big reason. But I also really love what they represent and what they mean to people. Fursuits serve an important role as the physical representation of your fursona. It lets you interact with other people as your fursona outside the virtual world. Many people in the furry fandom consider their fursona as an extension of themselves and their identity, so being able to see your fursona come to life in the form of a fursuit is a fantastic feeling. Now before we get any further, let me make this 100% clear. As fun and cool fursuits are, you do not, I repeat, do not need one to be a furry. There are plenty of people that think owning a fursuit is a requirement to be considered a furry, and honestly, I can't exactly blame them. I mean, if I weren't a furry, seeing someone wear what's basically a custom mascot costume in the middle of town would be a pretty interesting highlight of my day. Fursuits are the most noticeable thing about the fandom, so if people don't really know anything about furries, then they'll begin to think that all furries must own a fursuit. But this is simply not true. Not every furry owns a fursuit, and some furries don't even like fursuiting at all, so don't feel bad if you don't have one. You can always enjoy everything else the fandom has to offer, and hey, if you still want one, then after you've saved up enough money, you can buy your very own $1,000 wearable carpet someday. But now that that's out of the way, let's get on with the video. One reason that some furries like to wear fursuits is that they prefer to remain anonymous. The furry fandom is a safe place where people can express themselves freely, where they may be unable to in their normal lives. But some people don't feel comfortable mixing their furry life with their personal life, and would prefer to keep them separate, and that's totally okay. Having a fursona is like having an alter ego, where you can use another name and identity without having to reveal much else. It helps to reduce the stress and anxiety from everyday life. Fursuits are a way to remain anonymous while still enjoying many activities in the fandom, like going to conventions or fur meets. Of course, this isn't the case for everyone. There are also plenty of people who don't mind other people knowing that they're a furry. But from behind the mask, you don't have to worry about people recognizing you, and many people feel more comfortable knowing that. In a fursuit, they feel free to express themselves in a way that they otherwise wouldn't be able to. Another reason to own a fursuit is that fursuiters love to perform. Fursuiting, in many ways, is like a performing art. It's another medium for people to share their artistic expression through physical activity. Fursuit theatrics, as I like to call it, includes things like acting, dancing, or just having fun with other people. There are even entire competitions and events dedicated to fursuit dancers and performers. And there are also people who like to maintain a character while in fursuit. They consider their fursona as a different person or character entirely, so they like to speak and act in character as their fursona while they're in fursuit. Many furries live for this kind of stuff, and it's a big reason why that they love to go fursuiting. Finally, a third reason to own a fursuit is just to have fun. It's really just as simple as that. You don't need any other reason to own a fursuit. It's pretty fun to just drop everything you're doing and just run around as an animal for a while. If having your very own fursuit and getting to wear it makes you happy, then that's great. Overall, the reason tons of furries love to wear fursuits is because it makes them really happy. Why it makes them happy, well, everyone has their own individual reasons. But the fact is that for many people in the furry fandom, fursuits are an expression of their joy and energy. Not only that, but fursuiting can also make plenty of other people happy too. There are tons of people who love seeing furries walk around in public places in their fursuits, and this is especially true for kids. Their faces just light up when they see fursuits, since all they see is another cool mascot character. Fursuiters love to spread joy and energy to crowds, and what better way to do it than as a cute and fluffy animal? What do you like most about fursuits? And if you have one, what's your reason for getting it? But as always, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, see ya!